My name is Becca, and we are locating now in a free industrial zone where we finally got some updates with a new mining facility, and finally we have some progress achieved. So we have installed now 5 exhaust fans at the moment, which are going to be sucking out 13,000 cubic meter of air each. These are exactly the same fans which are installed in the current facility in the GPU farm. And they came out to be successful, and we decided to use same ones. So we are going to be more holes on the upper section, and so in total we are going to be having 5 or 6 more on the upper section. So we're gonna go inside now and check a few other updates. This is the exhaust fans. So we have installed 7 exhaust fans. This is exhaust intake, so the air is going from here and coming from the other corner which I showed you. And we have 7 exhaust intakes because we're gonna have the filtration here. We're gonna have the air coming in obviously have to be filtered, so we get as much fresh air as possible, so the miners don't get dusty. So as we remember, the first 2 enemies of the miners are dust and heat. So in order to get the dust, rid of the dust, we have 7 air intakes, and we have 5 exhausts, which is taking the air outside. So this is 30,000 cubic meter meter air sucking inside, and as we are gonna have filtration, it is gonna be decreased by around 15 to 20%, so it's gonna be balanced. So it's gonna be around 5 exhaust intakes and 5 exhaust outtakes. And these are the guys, basically half of my team, who have done all this stuff, and there is another half of the team, and there is another third part of the team who is behind the project, investors and advisors and such. So if you come inside, I'm gonna show you the rest of the progress which we have done. Finally, we have electricity inside. We don't use the generator anymore. We are not in the 19th century or 20th century where was it introduced. So finally we have the power distribution. So if you come inside, I'm gonna show you some more stuff. So as we get in, first we're gonna go and see the GPU farm. So this is okay. Here, what we have here we have the main, this is the main switch, core switch. If you come inside, this is the main core switch, and from here we're gonna have the LAN distribution to both GPU farm as well as the ASIC farm. So this is the main core switch, and we're gonna have the cameras installed here, and the camera is going to be controlled from here. So recorded at least 1 or 2 months, and the facility gonna have CCTV, closed circuit television or something. I don't remember, but they have around. They have it everywhere in London, so I forgot. CCTV is watching you in this facility. So if you come over here, so we have here separately the GPU switch, this GPU power distribution. So in this side of the facility, we're gonna have the GPUs, and we have the power distribution from here. So this is the main switch. This is the main switch for the GPUs. So as we go in, we can see what we are doing here. So we have chosen, it's a little bit messy, but it's gonna get more cleaner as days pass on. So this is the exhaust outtake, matte black. That looks nice. So we have lots of them. At the moment there is 5 installed. So in the previous facility we had 4, but we just calculated for 1 extra fan in case in the summer gets hotter. We're gonna have 1 extra fan instead of 4. So these are the holes. It's going to be filled with this with the exhaust fans. So this is long, so we have to be there are going to be GPUs installed on this side and this side as well, and this is where we're gonna have the power distribution coming from all over here. So now we're gonna go to the ASIC part of the farm, which is gonna be more interesting for you. So let's go there. Okay, so this is the power distribution and the switches for the ASIC farm, and if you come inside, I'm gonna show you more what's happening here. So mostly here now it's gonna be surprise for you. We have done actually something here, and it's an update. So this is a progress come here. So you can come in now. Okay, so this is what we have. The shelves are done, and the ASIC is gonna be on this side. It's gonna take 250 ASICs on this side. And if you come over, this is the power distribution and the switches. And I'm gonna show you something which is very important and very good brand. Okay, we're gonna see it on the other side. If you come over, the switches that we got here is from Cisco brand, which is well-known brand. It's Cisco Systems. Cisco Systems, model number is 2960, and this is the Catalyst 2960 series. This is a very good switch. It's better than we had in the previous farm. So this is power distribution and the lightning here. And now I'm gonna explain to you the ventilation system and cooling system, how it's gonna work here. So on this side we have miners. Basically we are gonna have a little space between miners. This is the broadband Ethernet, as you know, and the ventilation system is gonna done this way. So behind the shelves we're gonna have the extra wall, which is going to be made with material such as, can I have this thing, small thing? Is the wall, we are going to make a wall from here. Basically, what we're gonna do, if you come over here, okay, so as you see, there is a space here between this and this. So what we're gonna do is basically, it's gonna be a wall here, and it's gonna be holes from behind all the miners, okay? It's not going to be a tube, but there is going to be holes. So all the hot air is going to be between this and this wall, okay? So then the wall gonna get cut as well, and the exhaust fans are going to be installed on all these sides. So the hot air is coming from this side and is gathered here. So where I'm standing, the hot air is gathered here, all the way from there, all the way down to there. So the hot air is gathered here, and it's straight away taken outside. Okay, so it's gonna be built. So it's going to be a wall over here, as I said, and the hot air is going to be so fast that all the air gathering between this and this space, it's gonna take seconds, milliseconds to take it outside. So it's not gonna be staying here. So it's gonna be taken outside straight away. So it is going to be going outside the wall. Okay. So if we switch the exhaust fans for 5 seconds, and if I'm standing in this area, I'm gonna get burned because it's gonna go up to 80 degrees because all 250 miners gonna blowing hot air, and it's going to be gathering in this space here, which is around, I don't know, maximum half meter long. So that's how the cooling system is going to be done. If you guys do not get what I'm saying exactly, it's gonna come in upcoming videos, and you're gonna realize it much better and better how we are doing the cooling systems. I think that's going to be successful because the GPU farm is different from the ASICs, and it needs different type of cooling and ventilation system. As you guys know, we have the GPU farm, and it came out to be successful. So the guys are working 24/7, and this is a good progress basically. So this is it. We're gonna install the miners, and as you know, miners can sit with each other. It's aluminum. Aluminum is the material basically Apple uses it for its notebooks, for its laptops, because it doesn't get very hot. And even if it gets hot, basically that was like innovation from Apple, to use aluminum instead of steel, so it doesn't get that hot. So that's what Bitmain miners are using. It's aluminum, but it can sit with each other. Okay, so in China, I can imagine they have millions, not millions, but thousands of miners sitting with each other, but it's very hard to remove the miner from each other. So if you have the miners sitting with each other, then if you have a problem, and if we need to remove the miner to unbuild it, to remove something, a board or a chip, we're gonna have a problem removing it. So that's why we're gonna have some space with between the miners, and it's going to be distributed here. So I think in 2 or 3 days we're gonna be setting this up. In about 1 week we're gonna have the miners running. Most importantly, power distribution is done, the Ethernet is done, the broadband is done. We're gonna have the backup internet, which is going to be a 4G internet from an internet provider locally. And then what else? That's it basically. That's it for now. Let's wait for the upcoming video. Once we are done with the ASICs and the ASICs are running, then we are going to relocate the GPUs with its shelves and everything to the GPU facility which I showed you earlier in that direction. That facility are going to be staying for hosting services, and in future we have the space here for another 150 miners to set up here. And then as soon as we are finished with this facility, I'm gonna have the total cost of what did it cost to build the facility, including the transformer, the shelves, the building and everything. And then I'm gonna, as soon as we are done with this facility and the farm is running, straight away after 1 week, we are starting building the facility next to it, okay? So as I think we're gonna be done with it within the